Fisticuffs and Buffs, we back. We got a special edition, man. You see you sitting here with these red cups.
Red cup
about
edition.
To get a little dicey on y'all.
Red
today.
cup edition.
Take a little sip here because we got a special episode of Fisticuffs and Buffs today. Today, we're gonna just be talking about Devin Haney and all of his potential matchups because I think it's important. Him and Bill have been on their campaign. They've been calling people out left and right. So we just going to kind of take y'all down a little bit of a timeline, show a little bit of clips, show a little bit of audio, and kind of discuss, man, because we want to get to the bottom of this. Like, why these fights not happening? I'm going to just get right to it, man. I think Devin is the best at 140. I think none of these guys can beat him. I think he's going to be able to beat all these guys, and I think that's why.
Depends on who at 140.
Well, yeah, it does. It does. But the
depends on who at 140.
Current set of guys, I think Devin going to run through them. I don't think it's going to just be easy. I'm not going to say that. But I think it's going to be tough. Now,
I ain't mad at that.
His potential matchups, he got Teofimo Lopez, who I think right now has earned the title of the best at 140. I mean, I know, people are going to say Devin is the best skill-wise and things like that. But, I mean, as far as resume and who beat who, I think T.O. beat the best guy at 140 and Josh Taylor. And I think Devin Haney beat the second best guy in Regis Prograis. And they both did it in tremendous fashion.
I just got to see Devin with some – I got to see him again. I got to see him again, man, before I could just say, 140.
Yeah.
I just got to see him one more time, man. I ain't against it. I'm not disagreeing. I just got to see him one more time, man. Then, like I say, at 140, it just depends on who at 140. You got those guys who been at 140. We know they at 140, but then you got the people who fight at 140 here and there. Or only had one or two fights at 140. So, but yeah, man, he the one right now.
Which leads into another potential matchup, right? So we got T.O., and then what you talking about, guys that fought maybe once or twice. We got Tank, right, who's a potential matchup, but we'll see. Tank been calling out Conor Ben for some reason out of nowhere, but it's like he ignoring Devin, which is very weird.
Strange. He ain't calling him out though. I mean, Eddie Hearn hit him up.
Well, I did see some on Twitter where Tank did say that he willing to fight Conor Ben. So I did see something. And then we'll most likely post a tweet.
I missed that. I don't know how.
The Haney camp been calling out Tank.
No, he talking about Conor Ben. So Conor Ben,
confused.
Tank called out Conor Ben via Twitter. Well, he didn't call him out. Like you said, he did respond to a call out.
That's what I'm saying. Okay, exactly.
But it sounds like he down to clown. You feel me? He down to fight. It sounds like
I would be.
I'm like,
it's an international fight. It's an international fight. It's Conor Ben. Like he ain't gonna be the biggest threat, and not in my opinion. He a threat.
Yeah,
he a threat, but he ain't the type of threat Devin Haney is.
I agree. I think it's definitely still a big money fight for less of a threat, like you said.
He's still a threat, though. He's still a threat, but
couple other potential matchups. Ryan Garcia, which it looks like they're in talks right now to potentially make that fight. So hopefully, fingers crossed, that fight happens. Even though really for Ryan it means something because he's competing for a belt, but for Devin it's just a big money fight.
Man, listen.
Pretty much.
Let's get to the bottom of this, man. These potentials ain't happening. Like I don't know what's going on, man. You hearing fighters, they throwing out names left and right, and it's the third or the fourth guy they mentioned.
You know
what I'm saying?
Golden Boy.
I gotta see it in writing, man. I'm tired of. I can't keep doing this, man. You waking up, you getting excited, you seeing the tweets, you seeing the call outs, you seeing the DM. Man, make these fights happen or don't talk about them. And I get it. We in the lane where people got to bring these type, it's content, it's marketing. We get it, but man, it's getting tiring. These guys got to fight. Everybody getting older. The belts, they going in the recesses. There's a lot going on, man. And then that's why you got to respect somebody like Bill. You got to respect somebody like Devin Haney. You got to respect somebody like Teofimo. These guys ain't sitting here, they ain't pissy fitting around. You know what I'm saying? They trying to get these fights. They trying to make them happen. They sending contracts. They sending offers, DMs, tweets, calling phones, FaceTimes. They trying to get these fights. I don't think that's a bluff. No, that's not a bluff to me, man.
After a while, looks like it's not a bluff. I can't lie.
Yeah, it's not a bluff, man. I don't think
Ryan. They say Ryan gave strict instructions that he wants the Haney fight. So I really think it's gonna happen.
Man, I hope it happens, man. He just talked to.
That's all he talk about.
Fight Hype. He was talking to where he said, you know, that's what he's looking to do. They've been kind of throwing around the date April 20th.
Yeah.
So you know, either way, we know Devin is fighting.
Is that a fight? Never mind.
Go ahead.
Ask that.
Is that a fight y'all really want to see right now?
I mean, I think it's a good fight. I mean, I don't think. I mean, for Ryan, it's more of a better fight to me because he at least going after a strap.
That's why we at where we at. Fight. It's why we at where we at, man. Is that a no, man? Ryan Garcia got to have another performance, man. He got to have another. He got to have another performance. He get another good performance.
At the top of the food chain.
Yeah, I want to see it right now. I don't want to see that fight.
So you agree with him? You know, going after Rolly instead of Devin right now instead? I mean, well, now Rolly got to fight, but when he did.
For himself, yeah.
Yeah.
Facts. For himself, for his career, yeah, I agree. For me, no.
Facts.
Wins the game at the buzzer.
Yeah.
I mean, himself and his career.
This is the thing, though. This is the problem. Ryan's at the top of the food chain right now with the big money fights.
He got to fight again, though. For Devin. For me to feel
I see where you're coming from.
For me to feel like it's a good fight, I think that's a slaughter.
This is the dilemma, man.
I think that's a slaughter,
you know what I'm saying?
I think that's a Devin Haney slaughter. I think that's Ryan Garcia on a platter.
Of course,
I do too. I think,
bro. Listen, man, we all agree.
I think Devin low-key might get a knockout, but he might stop Ryan, bro.
I think Mike.
He probably gonna stop. I mean, low-key, hey Ryan, bro, you a great fighter. We
that punch chance is not about to work on DH promotions, bro.
It's not, man.
That's
not.
Ryan
That left
Garcia.
Too much for him in there.
Yeah,
man.
it's a wrap.
But it's a fight. Like I say, if we can't get the other fights we want, if that's the fight they gonna present to us, I'm willing to take that fight. But I feel like this though. At the same time, man, you can't say. We paying so much attention about what's good for Devin Haney and what's good for Devin Haney moving forward, and we bringing in these fighters. What's good for these fighters? If that's the case, these B- fighters, these B-level fighters need to go fight another B-level fighter. Yeah. Prove to me, excuse me, prove to me that you're not gonna waste my time and my viewership by going up here and handing us self on a platter.
Who you want to see him fight then?
Hey.
Who?
I agree with that.
Yeah, who you want to see him fight?
I got who I want.
Give me one person
give
on
you
your
one.
Yeah.
Give you one at 140.
Another person on his level, since he ain't on DH level.
And with Rolly, he already taken, so
yeah,
an available guy.
Oh, see, that's where you about to mess available.
Hey.
Y'all ain't gonna like who I'm saying.
I like it
because I'm looking at it from
go ahead,
Gary Russell.
I knew you was gonna say that.
Gary Russell.
I knew you was gonna say Gary Russell. That's
cool.
cool.
Disrespect Gary
because
Russell.
y'all
that's cool.
Man, y'all is not. These guys are threats, and these guys are coming up. That's just
they are threats.
That's just like Matthias. He don't think that. How you don't think that? You
Matthias
think? Listen, man.
Get
you think about Devin Haney.
He gonna look like Regis Program.
You think about Devin Haney, and then you say, "Oh, I want these guys to fight or whatever," and you skipping over 20 fighters to say these 2-3 fighters, and then these 2-3 fighters.
What, we looking at Barbosa or who we looking at?
I take him out because listen, why do y'all think Ryan Garcia is an A-level fighter and he not?
No, nobody said that.
We just agreed that he was B-level, and we said who's another B-level fighter.
First of all,
okay,
okay, y'all didn't say that.
But
I never.
We can rewind the tape, bro.
And when I say y'all said it, I don't mean like y'all physically.
No, we got you.
But I'm saying. Y'all got too much boxing expertise to X these guys out. Matthias, Gary Russell, whoever. These guys need to. They on the same plateau as these other guys, and we just so quick to throw these guys in there like Devin Haney. Okay, if y'all say Devin Haney is who Devin Haney is, then people got to work their way up to Devin Haney. You can't just say, "Oh, sure. Ryan Garcia had a big fight against Tank Davis, and he's a big social media presence, so he just automatically deserved to skip over all these other 140s that's possibly better than him just to go to Devin Haney." So what I'm saying is, just let these other guys fight because who they supposed to fight? Who Gary Russell supposed to fight? Who somebody and we talking about 140 so. That too. Even Kambosos. I like to see Ryan Garcia and Kambosos fight. It's other fights that I want to see made before I see these big fights because you know what's going to happen? We're going to take these B-level fighters and these C-level fighters. We're going to match them up against these A-level fighters. The A-level fighters can't really move forward because now we criticizing them on the C-level fighters, and the C-level fighters can't move forward because they got demolished by the A-level fighter, and then you leaving all these other C-level fighters and D-level fighters and B- fighters on the floor, and then they can't fight nobody because they can't skip.
Edit that. You got to follow him.
You know what I'm saying? They can't skip and go to the A-level fighters. So it's like, yeah, give me some more fights. Ryan Garcia, I like Ryan Garcia. He rich. I gotta respect him. He rich. But let me see him get in there with somebody else, and then because DH, I'm telling you, he in a tough spot right now. Not in terms of like what's invaluable to him in his career. More so, he don't got a lot of options that's really worth nothing. To where, like you say, availability.
It's availability.
It's availability.
And then when
guys some of these available, other fighters already being made.
They trying to hurry up and make another fight. They don't want to fight.
And let me tell you something. So when you talk about fighting these other guys, you got guys like Matias who don't even want to fight Devin.
Matias ain't never called Bill back,
also,
or they guy never called Bill back.
They threw a crazy number out at him.
I'm not mad at that though. Yeah. I'm not mad at that though. Yeah, see, that's another thing. It's a crazy number, but where do you go from that crazy number? Because not saying that he wouldn't win that fight, win or lose, but I'm saying you get those crazy numbers. That's one fight, one guarantee. Where do you go?
You got to think. You got to think too. Why is he giving them a crazy number? In these last fights, he didn't even make anywhere close to that.
He trying to maximize his potential. He trying to leverage him being a champion, and that's why I actually agree with what you said, Tony. Like maybe Matias.
Don't say you actually agree. Like my stuff. Like my stuff. Where the what at?
No, I'm just saying I agree. I'm sorry, I agree.
That time it was immaculate. Right,
it was.
Like, I agree this time.
Don't say you actually agree. Wait, you don't agree.
No, but I agree.
I got you.
Because, bro, like, I feel like if these guys get fights, right, you know what I mean? Like, they, Matias get another fight, it kind of proves that he should be in there. And then, maybe it's easier in negotiations. You know what I'm saying? Maybe that number ain't so crazy.
The Tommy Hearns, Marvin Hagler.
Come on, man.
Because they was fighting, man.
Talk about it, man.
They fighting.
Talk about it.
3 times. Everybody fighting. We ain't got to worry about who going here with it, who ain't. Because now it's real. Like I say, everybody moving real cautiously. And it's a lot of gaps in between the fights. And then it's like, for instance, you got people like us who we sometimes got to skip over those guys because it's like, y'all had us waiting all this long. It got to be the best fighting the best. We don't even got time to watch this guy to try to attempt to, become a champion or become the next best thing in boxing because the fights ain't happening. So, we going to want to automatically skip to the top. Like, we going to take Ryan Garcia and say, yep, shoot him straight to Devin instead of Rolly, instead of Pitbull, even the guys who ain't at their level yet because at some point, it's got to be a challenger and a champion. It can't always be a champion and a champion. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Everybody don't have sometimes, okay, for instance, you can't make it like where it got to be undisputed. In order for a non-champion to become a champion, sometimes he might got 1 belt. He might got 2 belts. Somebody else might got the belt. Yeah. He might got 1 belt. He probably don't got a belt. This belt could have been vacant. He could have earned this belt. Right. Whatever. But y'all putting us in a position where we got to bank so much on these big fights that we got to leave these other guys out. I don't get it, man. But it's the money. The money.
I was about to say, man.
You get it. The money and the business has become.
That's it.
The primary, thing in boxing. Yeah. And it's not about being a champion no more. It's not about legacy. We know that. Yeah. I don't even want to talk about it because we didn't already establish just a long. It's the Floyd Mayweather effect. Not saying that it's his fault.
Nah, it ain't his fault.
But it's the effect of his reign,
Yeah.
But y'all keep us in business. So, I mean, if this how y'all want to operate, this how y'all want to operate. But like I say, man, it's some other fighters. And then I'm mad at they I'm mad at they handlers too because they handlers ain't doing enough to get
There
these
we go.
fights.
We gotta speak on that,
I'm
bro.
mad at they handlers.
But
like,
that's what's killing me. Oh
no, go ahead, because I was gonna say the same.
I was gonna say that's what's
Promotion
killing me
beef.
about like the Tank thing, right? Because to me, like Tank has the autonomy to make his own decisions. It's not a situation where Floyd or Leonard. Now, granted, you know, Floyd, Leonard, and Al, you know, have some say so on what's gonna happen. But I feel like if Tank went in the office like, hey, I want to fight this guy, he gonna get that fight. It's the same thing when Ryan Garcia called him out. Shit, Ryan get to calling him out. It's like fight happens immediately, and you know what I mean. No problems. Conor Ben get to calling him out. Here come Eddie. Boom. Okay. Well, shit. Let's make it happen. Where you want to fight, bro? Is the tweet?
Al X'd that out. It's X'd out.
That's true. And
you think about somebody that like Javante that's generating that type of money.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? It's still a business.
Yeah,
well, do you think?
Business.
Here's a question then.
Okay.
Do y'all think Al is like Al and Floyd? Because I think they both share the decision making. Do y'all think they like
yeah?
Let's wait on that Devin fight.
At
You feel me?
They building it
at
up.
this
man.
level.
They definitely
At this
building that one
level,
up.
with what he's worth to the sport,
Yeah.
the revenue that he's generating, the
Yes,
pay per
the
view,
mega fight, man.
Yes, I do. I do think that because nobody taking them kind of risks at that level. At that height. That's business. That's any business.
I agree.
You know what I'm saying?
The fight only gonna get bigger.
It's only gonna get bigger.
Because we hype about it. We want it right now.
Everybody,
I want it right
listen,
now.
this the thing. Everybody is not a $20 million fighter.
That's true. Oh no, yeah.
You get what I'm saying? You paying him 15%, you paying him 20%, you paying him 10%, you might be paying him 30%. Everybody ain't 30% of 20 million. You know what them numbers looking like?
You know what? I'm glad you said that, right? Because
6 million.
I got a clip. All right, I got a clip. Shout out to my boy Akhi TV. You know, we gonna shout out everybody. We leaving the links to the full videos, you know, right in our bio. So, you know, we want you to check these creators out because, you know, hey, we all trying to make the sport of boxing a little bit better, a little bit greater. But shout out to Akhi TV. But I'm glad you said that, right? 20 million, right? Because everybody, like Tony said, everybody ain't worth 20 million right now, right? You got to build up to that. But Bill Haney has some comments. You know, I want to see what y'all got to say about this. So we'll play them right now.
I just seen you at the Virgil Ortiz.
My bad, y'all. My bad, yeah. All right, we gonna restart it for y'all.
I just seen you at the Virgil Ortiz fight. Right before Bernard Hopkins walked up with his bullshit, y'all showed up with y'all's, talking about $20 million and why we didn't offer you $20 million. Brother, you're not the best at 140 pounds. And for one, why would you not be mad at your promoter, your boss, for not offering you $20 million and putting something on the table for us, whatever that us might have been getting? You should have been mad at him, because I don't know what you're getting paid for, Jermaine Ortiz, but you need to concentrate.
Shout out to our boy.
Shout out to Bill, man.
Shout out to Bill, man.
BH.
Keeping it in the buck.
Yeah.
Shout out to Bill, man. Always on the campaign.
Boy, on
for
6
damn.
Red Bulls.
Man, it's off 6,
Always
bro.
turned up. Always ready to go.
So, just going back to what you said, Tony, do you think that fight is worth, you know, 20 million right
What
now?
fight?
Devin Haney versus Teofimo. Like, can each fighter get 20 million from that
No.
fight? I don't think so
Tio's
either.
capping, bro.
I don't think it's like
No.
Tio. Like,
No.
bro,
Tio ain't
actually-
even a $20 million fight. He ain't a $10 million fighter.
I'm with you.
So,
with you.
no.
It's like,
Tio
bro.
No.
stay capping, man.
First of all,
It's
you not.
been many
First of all,
instances.
let's be honest. You ain't a $20 million fighter without a $20 million fight. It got to be a $20 million fight, which means he got to be a $10 million fighter. You got to be a $10 million fighter at best. Tio is not a $10 million fighter. Even if Devin Haney is a $10 million fighter, which you know he is.
Yeah.
You not a $10 million fighter.
No.
Yeah.
No.
Yeah.
No.
If you
Barely
get $5 million for fighting Devin Haney, it's a great life for you.
Great
Facts.
life.
And then on
So-
the back end, you know, you're going to probably get 7, 8.
And your value, man, you got it. Go. You do what you supposed to do in that ring. You live up to the hype. You show your worth. You show your value. You got fighters coming after you, man.
Yeah.
That check keeps going. That's why a lot of these fighters not willing to put their career on the line, because you can't. Okay, you fight for 10 million, you get stopped. You ain't getting 10 million that next fight. That money going down, and they know this. They understand this. You know, it's a business. It's like any other business. You got to put out quality product, man.
It's true.
And then he's not even selling out
T.O. should have took,
man.
First of all, what happened to
having trouble, man?
What happened to the opportunities?
That's a bad.
We going for opportunities. Like we going, you gonna end up like Keith Thurman. And I can name 10 other fighters you gonna end up like if you don't take them opportunities, man. Because the biological clock is ticking. Facts. And there's other fights that, as you can see, Bill and Devin they on the rampage to make these fights happen, because they know that clock ticking. They trying to get every dollar they can get. That he already etched,
and they deserve it, man.
And it's his son, like that. You got to understand that too. The protective aspect of it is, I know I'm financially good. I know my family financially good. My son is a legend. I'm a legendary trainer. We got a legendary presence in the boxing world. This is big for them. This is bigger for them. And they got leverage, man. Whenever somebody else got leverage over you, you got to play the part, man.
I agree.
And like I said, T.O. having trouble selling out arenas. I think he sold out the last one. No, he did not sell out the last one. He sold out the one against Josh Taylor.
Yeah, it was like almost sold out.
He almost sold it out. Yeah. So he can't hate on Devin, who wants top dollar. He actually deserves it, and he actually went to a market that didn't have a boxing match in I don't know how long in California. Yeah, and sold it out at what, 16,000, I believe. So I mean, come on now, that's crazy. That's crazy, man. Like, come on now, let's be for real.
T.O. think he bigger than he is. You might be big in New York, man.
That's about
you might be big in New York, brother.
We gonna find out about Vegas, because I think he fighting in the Spear over at Vegas, the new arena.
I think he could do it though.
Yeah, so we gonna see about Vegas, but I think he can sell out the Spear. I don't think it's
way
crazy.
Better chance in Vegas.
What, 7,000-8,000? I'm not sure, but I mean we can look it up. But yeah, I think he'll do good. We'll see, but. I mean, hey man, Bill got some points he making, man. Like, these guys asking for they pricing themselves out by asking for this crazy money. It's like, bro, T.O., you did a great job. You did beat Josh Taylor. You didn't officially go undisputed like you keep saying. You know what I mean? You keep telling everybody that'll listen that he been undisputed, but it's like, nah, bro. When it's all said and done, you have it.
It's the sound bites. Yeah. When you run around and you marketing your fighter and you know making all these declarations and all these, you pulling all these offers out the air, and you going on all these podcasts and all, they taking sound bites of things you said. Yes. So when a fighter prices itself at 20 million, it's something you said.
So Bill was like, don't price yourself.
It's something you said that made you feel like it's a possibility that I could get this 20 million, or I'm bluffing.
Hey, Bill said, don't price yourself out like that.
I'm glad you said that, Tom, because I got another clip for y'all. Real
right. Before you play that clip, I just want to confirm you are right. It is 20,000 in that arena in Vegas.
Oh, in Vegas, it's 20, about 20,000.
20,000.
Whoa!
If you include the standing room,
I don't know if T.O. is gonna sell out 20,000.
Yeah, that's huge. If you can do that,
but if he does, that's gonna be crazy.
That's huge.
And shout out to T.O. if he can do it. You feel me? But hold on, let's get into this clip. You know, so this clip is Bill Haney talking with Lopez Teofimo Lopez Sr. about the pricing. So we'll see. Hold on, let's get into this real quick, guys.
For $20 million, motherfucker. And
Don't you price yourself out like that. Don't listen to him.
$20
million. The people that's listening. No, listen.
You know you love money, motherfucker. Come on, bro.
20? All right, y'all heard it. It takes $20 million to get $20 million. You see what he said.
Teofimo Lopez versus Haney.
But when it comes to Devin, I got to think about it. Devin has not a long way. He got like maybe 3 to 5 years to get to that point to where we can make that fight happen. 3 to 5 years to where we can make that fight happen.
Just saying anything.
Saying anything,
just
bro.
Saying anything.
Now, to be fair, this was like 2 years ago, though. So
okay,
you know, he was delusional then. I think he's still delusional now. He said Devin needed 3 to 5 years to be able to fight him like he's just
crazy. Nah, I think about
Floyd Mayweather or something like that. But what you guys think about that? So his dad like, hey man, we need 20 million to get in there with Dev. T.O. like, oh, he need 3 to 5 years. You know
what they say. You start high
That's exactly what's going on, man.
You
We
start
just
high.
talked about it. Like, bro, you're not
I
even
say
selling
20.
out.
We might agree on 8. You feel me?
Hey, what they say? Shoot for the stars, land
That's
on the
exactly
cloud.
what's going on, man. That's what I'm saying. Even with Matias, like, they offer him like $4
It's
million.
psychological, man. It's psychological. If you put out a product and you say, I'm selling a hoodie and it's $1,000. If you sell the hoodie one time, you made $1,000.
Facts.
You hear me? So why not shoot for the? Because that's what they shooting for.
Facts.
They shooting for the
20 million.
firmament. Because ain't
Facts.
no way. It ain't even. I don't even know why. I don't even know why that clip's circulating, man. They should have all agreed that we gonna delete this. We not never gonna let them know that this was the conversation
20
because
million.
T.O. ain't even.
Come on,
Come
bro.
on, man.
Yeah,
Come on,
stop
man.
it, bro.
Yeah, I mean, I'm just shocked.
Everybody, it's not too many. It's not that many fights
Stop
in
it.
the sport of boxing that could be made with that kind of money that's
20
not in the
billion,
heavyweight
dog.
division, man.
I mean, I don't think.
You $20 million.
I'm not sure if T.O. made $20 million when his fights
20
combined.
million at 2 freshly 140 pounders,
Yeah,
man.
it's crazy.
Come on, man. That ain't even.
Stop it.
T.O. ain't. I get it though.
T.O., you not even getting in there with Jermaine Ortiz for close to that. That's what's so crazy, bro. I know you're not even making
And it's
close
crazy
to
because
that.
these be the
Nowhere
times.
close.
These be the times where they had these fights. You know, they had these second chance fights, and then the numbers come out, and then you looking like, all right, nah, that was a reach.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
We see what you made right here, at least on the front end.
Yeah.
But who knows, man? Like I said, I don't think that's a bluff though, because it ain't too many. I mean, that's a fight that, in terms of Teofimo and his career and where he trying to go, that fight has to be made.
Yeah,
So I get
yeah,
it. You
for
know,
sure.
I get
I
it.
mean,
It's
I
not-
hope they can make
it's
it
not
happen
like
at
it's
that,
a bluff,
but-
but you definitely gonna be trying to get a bang for your buck with. Like I say, your chance in boxing, man, your window in boxing is so small.
I agree.
And these
Glad you
fighters
brought
is
that
getting
up.
so much money. Like
Yeah,
this is this money that they getting for one fight. You look at other professional athletes, they might not get that fight, and I mean they might not get that type of money in the whole season or a whole contract. So I get it. You putting it's health. You know, you putting your health on the line. You might not fight for 18 months. I get it, but
yeah, it's true.
yeah, that man and price himself out of this world.
Out of this world, man. This boy fooling.
But they just be talking anyway,
talking
man.
crazy.
T.O. and
Yeah,
his daddy
yeah.
just be
Talking crazy.
Bill
crazy.
and Devin be talking too, but they got a little more.
It's method
Little
to
more
the
legs
madness.
to
It's a
stand
little
on.
more
It's a little
believable.
more
Yeah,
method
you know
to
what
it
I'm
too.
saying?
For
Yeah.
sure.
When they talk.
I agree with that. Yeah. So, you know, T.O., it sounds like he's talking himself out of the fight. Hopefully it get made sometime this year or next year. I'll be happy with either one, especially if, you know, Devin do fight the Ryan. But I think we agree that's kind of like a dummy fight, just a big money fight, just like the Ryan Tank fight.
It'll
You know what
happen
I mean?
if T.O. lose to Jermaine Ortiz. It'll help. It'll happen.
Oh, yeah.
Because now they got to take whatever they can get.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
At this point, they got to take whatever they can
And the
get.
good news is we know the Jermaine Ortiz versus Devin fight will be made because they got a relationship. They cool.
Let's
go.
go.
Just through the the Muslim
a good
faith.
one.
So shout out to our Muslim brothers. You know what I'm
Shout out to
saying?
our Muslim
Hell
brothers.
yeah.
Yes, sir.
Yup. So just through that, we know that fight most likely will get made if T.O. does lose. But it's funny because this gonna be the second time Devin then ate off T.O. losing. If he do lose to because he ate off the Camboses, became undisputed, and if he lose to Jermaine Ortiz and then he got to face him, I think that was going to be a hard fight for Devin.
Timo.
but-
I mean, I don't know why I said Timo. It's Teofimo because of the way he moving. You basically handing it to this man on a platter like that.
Yeah.
Devin Haney and Bill Haney or Bill Haney is moving strategically. These guys are business professionals.
Sure.
You get what I'm saying? So
Sure.
they just 2 steps ahead of everybody, man.
I
This
agree
is
with
what
that.
they do. It looked to me like this is what they do on a daily basis. They
Every
just
day,
sit and
seems
wake
block.
up like,
every day. That's
breakfast,
what I'm saying.
they
They'll get right to it.
Yeah, they structured, man.
Yeah,
Got a little plan. Like,
Bill,
all right,
the
pops.
hustler, man. He know how to.
man.
I'm telling
on,
you,
man.
man. It's,
You know,
you
they
know,
2
man.
steps ahead.
Facts. Hey man, Bill, come on up here to Fisticuffs.
Yeah,
and Bucks,
man,
bro.
come holla at
on,
us, man.
Holla at us, bro.
You can sit in my
Bill.
seat.
You
I sit
Wherever you
over
want
there.
to sit, man.
come on up here, bro.
Get you a seat, man.
You feel me? Now, one thing I want to bring up because we've been hearing a lot about this sparring and stuff. This is just something been circulating. Like, oh, Devin got beat up by Tank, and then you got other people that's like, no, Tank got beat up by Dev, right? So, I got another clip that I want to bring up. Now, this is an older clip. Now, many people, I don't know if y'all know that, Floyd Mayweather used to actually help Devin Haney train. His father, Floyd Mayweather Sr., was actually Devin Haney's, obviously aside from Bill, one of his original trainers. He also trained with like Floyd or Roy Jones Jr., a couple other legendary fighters. But I got a clip from Floyd Mayweather Sr. that I want you guys to hear about kind of the Tank and Devin sparring, and I want y'all to be the judge of how y'all think the outcome was.
Did super good, but I have to tell you this right here. He did super good, but guess what I did?
You matched someone against him?
Huh?
Did you put one of your fighters against
Devin
him?
Haney?
Yes, I did.
Who'd you put, Devin Haney?
You better believe it.
How did that go?
How did it go? Man, don't even ask the question. It ain't even worth asking because it was a one-way deal. It only one man controlled it, and that was Devin Haney.
Now that clip come from Fight Hub TV. The other clip came from Blue Blood Sports TV. Shout out to both of y'all. Thank y'all for those clips and just being part of the boxing game. Now, of course, this an OG in the game. I mean, he trained and is definitely responsible for arguably one of the best fighters ever, TBE, Floyd Mayweather Jr., right? You know what I mean? So that's what I'm getting at. That's what I'm getting at. So, based on what a guy like this who has, birthed or helped, to birth and train, obviously we got to give Roger a lot of credit too because he helped Floyd out a tremendous amount, right? So, rest in peace to Roger. Got to give him a lot of credit as well. But, Floyd Sr. definitely trained him. Obviously, Devin Haney was his protege. He was training him. Just based on those comments, what you guys think about the way that sparring went or the way this potential matchup might pan out? Yeah, what's the truth? Tell me the truth. Tell me the truth.
Speak your mind,
You want to know the truth?
I always want to know the truth.
It don't mean nothing. And I'm
Facts. It don't mean a damn thing. It don't mean a damn thing.
Because it's a lot of fighters that do good sparring that don't do good under the lights. I used to whoop on somebody every day sparring, and he beat me in the amateurs. So I mean, you gotta look at guys like Kevin Johnson. He's a glorified sparring partner. He got 3 losses, and they not even no losses to where you would expect him to take. Had those kind of losses, knowing his sparring resume and the type of fighters he done been in the ring with.
That's a perfect
When
example.
David Benavidez was an amateur, he was whooping on pros.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Sparring is, some people, man, like Tank. If you look at Tank's style and you look at Devin Haney's style, Devin Haney has a more, I don't want to say technical, but like he got a more conventional style of boxing. So in sparring with headgear, with 16-ounce gloves on, he seems to be the guy who would get the best of somebody in sparring, given the size difference too. I mean, you got a 5'9", 5'9" and a half against a 5'5", 5'5" and a half Tank. You know what Tank do. You know what I'm saying? They might have sparred 4 rounds. Tank ain't doing nothing in the first 6 rounds. It just don't mean nothing. Not taking nothing from Devin Haney, because I do think he's a threat to everybody. I think he's the best. I ain't gonna say he's the best current champion, but he's definitely one of the best current champions. And that's Tank included. He's one of the best.
He wants to smoke, ladies and gentlemen.
Sparring, it don't mean nothing. What you think,
Man,
you been a little quiet.
it does mean something.
What do you mean? Talk. Let the people know.
So, I mean, you're right to a certain extent. It doesn't mean anything. It's like practice, you know what I mean? But it still means something, because even from practice, people gauge, you know what I mean, what they're gonna do in the game. Your coach gauges what's the game plan for the game day. So, Tone's right. It don't really mean a lot.
Montana Love? They say Montana Love has some. They said Montana Love has some good moments against Tank. So you telling me that Montana Love will get in there with Tank and it don't mean nothing? He gonna like that's. I'm just referencing.
That's a perfect example.
That's a good example.
Tank look like when he spar, he don't think he spar. Like when I see sparring footage of Tank, he's punching. Like he ain't even working on nothing. He just going based off just boxing ability and he going off like repetition and second nature just of him being a lifelong boxer. He not a sparring type fighter to me. You know, he's a fighter type fighter. So Devin Haney is more of a conventional boxer than Tank is.
I don't think you're right about that, and I agree with you.
Know what I'm saying?
That,
so I think, but I'm gonna say this. It kind of, like you say, it kind of do mean something.
Means something, man.
It kind of do mean something. And I'm not saying
but it don't hold a lot of weight
to Tank
like that.
I'm saying
you know what I mean?
It just goes to show, aside from Tank, it goes to show where Devin Haney is.
Right.
You get what I'm saying?
Right.
It goes to show where he is in his space. So it does kind of mean something. But it don't mean nothing though.
And then
it's like it do mean something, but it don't mean something.
Yeah. And he was just Mayweather Sr. was just excited too at the end of the day. You know what I mean? He got a new young fighter that came in there and did his thing.
Especially if it's his fighter.
And I'm pretty sure they was at the Mayweather boxing.
Exactly, man.
You know what I'm saying? So he in the doghouse and he working out. You know what I mean? So if you know about the doghouse at Mayweather boxing gym.
Facts. Yeah.
You feel me? So it's not easy.
Devin could have been fresh. Tank might not have been fresh.
True.
That's true.
He could have been coming in off the street. You just never know, man. If you wasn't there, you know, like I say, I done seen fighters dominate in the gym and get dominated. I done seen people had a day. I used to be whooping on somebody in the amateurs. I won't say their name. I'm talking about whooping on them, and they beat me in the diamond gloves. Like it was like I couldn't believe I got beat. You know what I'm saying? But I took it. You know,
Kevin Johnson was a perfect example. He a perfect example.
That boy can spar.
He could spar, bro. They
that
literally
boy
call what they call him, the sparring god or something.
That boy can spar.
They literally call the guy the sparring god.
I'm gonna call him a man.
That's
of course,
a grown
man.
Of
but,
course, yeah.
You know. He can spar. He was spar. If I had to spar anybody, that's who I want to spar. That's the style I want to. His. I'm telling you, his pace. He didn't master that sparring pace. Like that's why I say Tank don't got a sparring pace. He got a fight pace. Every clip you see him in,
Tank,
you know
period,
what I'm saying?
He's straight up scrapper.
He different.
He gonna get in here and find
y'all know that's my guy. They know that's my guy. We ain't been talking about him a lot because he been inactive, and it kind of turned to the Devin Haney show.
There you go.
Tank my guy, man.
Tank my guy too. I gotta let y'all know that because we've been, but Tank definitely my guy.
Get back in the ring. We'll be talking about him.
I got Devin beating all those guys. I just got to be honest with you. I got Devin beating A to Z, all those guys. Now, once he go to 147, that's when we'll see.
Red Cup drunk.
But at 140, I favor Devin to beat all those guys. 147, we'll see what's to come. Now, I got to get some last thoughts from you guys. You know what I mean? Hey, man, it's been fun as heck. Hey, we got to do this Red Cup more often, man. This is super fun.
Might be my new favorite.
Hey, got to go to the Red Cup.
You know, shout out to the guy behind the scenes. He look like he enjoying this.
Yeah, he need a Red Cup too, man. Where your Red Cup at?
Yeah, man.
I'm checking this shit.
Nah. Last thoughts, guys. Okay. Any thoughts with why fights aren't getting made, how they can get made? Any last thoughts when it comes to Devin Haney versus potentially everybody?
I got 3.
Yeah,
I'm gonna turn it over to my brother.
Gotcha. Yep.
Business.
Facts.
Right.
Yeah.
That sums it up.
That's what it comes down to.
I'm gonna go a little deeper into it.
Yeah.
Let's go.
Man, promotion companies, the boxing promoters, the fighters, and the fans.
Bingo.
Where do we start? The promotion company. So I think it's some egos, in these the boxing promoters right now. I think it's a lot of egos right now. That's why fights aren't getting made. People in their feelings. I don't really know what that's about. To be very honest, I really don't know what that's about. What I think it is everybody just wants to be on top at the end of the day, and they want to run it how they want to run it. What was the second one I said? What's the second one I said? I said promoters. Oh, fighters. Right?
Yep.
Fighters. Fighters aren't being prize fighters. Your job is to get in there and fight for as much money as possible. What? Don't overdo it, man. Come on, bro. Stop it, man. You know how much you worth.
What? T.O.
You know how much you got the last fight.
What?
T.O. Stop saying T.O., dog.
My bad.
Why? Stop picking on T.O., man.
My bad.
You know you're not about to get this crazy 20 million, even 4 million for some other guys, Matias. Stop it. But anyways, and then we got onto the fans. Fans, I get it. We're all fans. We all want to see these crazy fights. But, man, y'all can't be trying to just have anybody just jump in the ring with anybody, man.
Bingo.
Like, this is why we got the show here, man. Just keep watching the show. We're going to tell you why you sound crazy.
Fans put a lot of pressure on the fighters, man.
You putting this pressure on these fighters, man, and it's spewing over into the promoters. Promoters spewing it back over to the fighters.
You to go up 2 weight divisions.
This is crazy. This is madness.
Weight class.
Hey, what do you say? This is madness. At 300.
Hey, y'all better let them know.
It's like this.
Y'all better let them know.
Boxing.
Tell them. Tell them.
Said a whole
y'all,
for real, bro. But it's wild right now,
y'all
man.
telling them, yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
So we got to get this together. We got to put them egos aside. It's 2024. If you haven't noticed, it's a shift change, and not just boxing, but just in life, period, man. And it's time to just realign ourselves and get back right, man, in the boxing world. Let's get it, man. Keep them hands, man. I want to.
Just so you know, Teofimo Lopez, you not getting that $20 million, brother.
Yeah, stop that, dog.
You hear me? So, but hey, that's a fight we need. You know we need that fight. I'm sure Devin Haney team know we need that fight. The boxing community know we need that fight. But like I say, if y'all gonna be inactive, man, and we gonna go through all these politics and we gonna have all these business differentials, but then you know that's one of those fights that gotta be made to keep the sport alive. Yeah. But you ain't getting no $20 million. You might get $20,000. No,
and we gotta come together, man. We gotta come together at the end of the day. And we all got to work with each other, man. We have to come together and work with each other to make these big fights for the greater good of boxing, man.
And
it's
make
very
sure
important.
Y'all stay tuned when y'all see these red cups, because this is when we get more in depth about the fights, the possibilities of the fights, the business side, the egos aside.
Yes.
And you know, it's fisticuffs and buffs, man.
Keep them damn hands up, man. Y'all take us out of here, man. Hey, it's been, hold on, before they take us out, it's always been a pleasure, man.
Always.
Hey, man, we had a lot of fun with y'all, man. This Red Cup series, I think it's gonna do well, man. So shout out to y'all. Like, comment, subscribe. You already know what time it is, man. We're gonna have a lot of, like Tone said earlier, man, a lot of content coming for y'all, a lot of merch, a lot of live streams, a lot of everything, bro. We own it. But yeah, take us out, man. Take us out of here.
Yeah, man. Keep liking, subscribing, showing us love. We're gonna keep coming back with more and more content, man. It's Fisticuffs and Buffs. Keep those hands up. Let's get it.